guys. No point in dawdling. Might as well get right to it. Joe from Detroit, member for 4 months. How are you? My beloved crocheter, how are you? Hello, lurkers. How are you? Hi, Hecate. I know you're watching. I have a few things to say to you tonight. But I wanted to get started with a very serious situation, you guys. Somebody brought this to my attention, and I thought, hello, Dora, and I thought that I would share it with you guys. Hi, Regret. Hi, Riri. Good to see you. So, sorry, I've been coughing today. Hi, Denise. All right, so there has been a very serious crime going on. There's a crime wave of sorts in the Sunshine State. And I thought we might take a look at this very serious situation. All right. Altamonte Springs, police investigating recent assaults near local businesses. The police department continues to investigate 3 separate incidents involving a male suspect who approached women alone and assaulted them after dark. A composite sketch of the suspect and additional details regarding his appearance are being released. All right. The suspect is described as a white male in his 20s or 30s, approximately 5'9" tall with a slim build. He has dark hair, dark eyes, and mild acne on both cheeks. And then it has a description of what he was wearing. Look at the composite sketch. Look at that. Who does that look like? What a coincidence, huh? The resemblance is quite startling, isn't it? So, I just thought I'd share that with you. Okay, moving on. All right, so a whole war is broken out today that is boring and ridiculous. And all 2 of the people who are involved in it are pieces of shit. And the third piece of shit is garlic bread, and we'll be getting to him in a minute. I listened to a bit of both streams. Hecate and Yo Mama are going at it. It seems like only yesterday Hecate was super chatting Yo Mama and trying to get his attention. And now all of a sudden there's been a big falling out, apparently because of Yo Mama's Employee of the Month designation from this lolcow operation that Keemstar runs. Hecate, we all know that Yo Mama is a fraud. He is greedy, and he will do and say anything for money. We all know this, okay? I clocked Yo Mama when he first entered the community, and he decided that he was going to come after me. And he was going to make demands that I go on his panel for a struggle session because he was going to ask me the real questions. And I told him to go fuck himself, right? And you took exception to that. And let me show you what it is that you said. Let's see. You said this recently. Let me find the clip. There it is. Okay. Let me, shit. Sorry. I am trying to bring in this clip. Oh, there it is. Okay. Are you guys ready? You see, Hecate's MO is that if she doesn't like you, she brands you as a racist. This is so boring, Hecate. This is so fucking boring that you do this. Do you think that this hasn't been done before? You think we haven't seen this shit? You're late by about 5 years. When BLM was going on, this was the go-to from every fucking race baiter in the community. They would shut you up by calling you a racist, and back then it meant something. Nowadays, it means nothing. Let me show you what she said about me.
I don't even know about video games. You're playing some busted video games with a bunch of incels, and you think that you can talk to me in that fucking tone of voice? No, sir.
Say it.
Absolutely.
DC, say it. Say it's just
okay. I wanted to rewind it, going back to the beginning to give some context to this clip. After Yo Mama came at me sideways and started bossing me around and wanted to pull me on his channel, I did not know this motherfucker from Adam. All I knew was that he was some gamer who had wandered into the community and was using that cock-of-the-block gamer language to demand that I go on his channel and answer his questions. And I told him to go fuck himself. No, I don't know you. I owe you nothing. He had been in the community for like 5 minutes. He had already gotten the lay of the land and decided that dogpiling me and dogpiling Negz was a way to make money. And I wasn't going to play his fucking game because at the time we were being dogpiled by hundreds and hundreds of people. And I was not in the mood to let this nobody push me around and tell me what to do. So I did a stream where I relayed this story. And this is what Hecate said about me.
Video game, and I don't even know about video games. You're playing some busted video.
And Yada, what does DC looks like a Jewish number 5 mean? I don't even know what that means. I don't even know if I should be offended or what, but I have absolutely no idea. But you're a piece of shit too, Yada. I'll get to you in a minute.
Games with a bunch of incels, and you think that you can talk to me in that fucking tone of voice? No, sir.
say it.
Absolutely.
DC, say it. Just say the N-word, bitch. Why are you talking about video games? She don't want to say Madden. She wants to say NEGZNN. You know what she wants to say. How dare you talk to me like that? You and NEGZNN.
Really?
Video game, and I don't even know about video games.
DC, say it.
Like the coward she is, she came into Negz's chat and went on panel with him and insisted that she was joking. Were you, Hecate? Because this has been a talking point for you for months now. Let's hear what you said.
Just say the N-word, bitch. Why are you talking about video games? She don't want to say Madden. She wants to say NEGZNN. You know what she wants to say. How dare you talk to me like that? You and NEGZNN. Shit.
And this bitch has been demanding that I go on her panel over my dead fucking body. I am going to stream on my channel, my monetized channel. You do not tell me what to do. You don't boss me around. I have nothing to fucking say to you on your channel with that landfill community of yours. No. So let's wait a minute. Oh, you mean RSN, dumb blonde? Yeah, well, at least I knew what I was getting with him. With this asshole who had just wandered in the community? No, fuck you. All right, so what's next? I'm trying to pull up the other... I'm trying to pull up the other clips that I have. Oh, no. What's wrong? Now, what is this?
It wasn't me.
Oh, shit. Probably Tasha, to be honest.
Oh, she's talking about Yo Mama getting his channel reported. Apparently, he got a strike. Another strike on his channel. And that was something that he was talking about. And Hecate was in his chat demanding that he reveal the name of the person who struck him. And he said no. Let's continue. Let's listen to what she had to say.
I've never even, I don't even know how to put a strike on somebody.
Okay,
I
I
gotta
did
learn.
strike Bodega,
I
okay,
gotta
but
learn.
I had to get some information. That was
Oh, okay. So she's a false striker. So she goes IRL, she calls the cops, she calls CPS on people, and by her own admission, she decided to strike Bodega, whatever, one of the channels, in order to get doxing information on the content creator. By her own admission, we just heard it come out of her mouth, right? Let's listen to that again. Yeah, that's a piece of shit move. That's a false strike. Hecate.
Bodega,
I
okay,
gotta
but
learn.
I had to get some information.
Mm.
That was it. All right. He's nervous and
Okay, that's enough of that. And then the last clip doesn't really matter because she was basically threatening me on her stream. Because she saw the title of my stream, because she stalks me like a fucking bloodhound. And she's like, you better not be talking about this, bitch. Let me be very clear with you, Azria. Nobody tells me what I can and cannot talk about on this channel. Nobody. You may have a bunch of people terrorized and a bunch of people intimidated. You want to frighten people and prevent them from coming in my chat. You want to scare people and prevent them from supporting me, supporting Negz, whatever. You cannot tell me what to say. You cannot tell me what to do. Now, but that's what she does. She goes on her platform. She streams for days at a time. And can we please cut the bullshit? All right. Can we cut the bullshit? She streams for days and days and days and days. And the other day, I heard a clip where she was getting increasingly agitated and white knuckling it because she was waiting for a package to arrive and getting increasingly angry that the package was not arriving. Now, how is it that a person can stay awake for 3, 4, 5 days at a time streaming and get really, really upset because they're waiting for a package? I don't think it's very hard to put 2 and 2 together. It isn't. I think that we all get an idea of how it is that this woman can stay awake for 5 days at a time streaming nonstop. But that's her choice, right? If she wants to go on her channel and glamorize prostitution, which is a horrible, exploitative, disgusting industry, listen, if that's how she wants to make a living, even though she claims she worked at a hospital and she's got this paralegal certificate and whatever, then that's up to her. But one of the reasons that she and I first disagreed on the platform was because I made my feelings about prostitution known. I've made no secret of it. I don't believe in outlawing it because there's literally no point. But I don't agree in glamorizing it and trying to groom people into entering a dangerous, risky, exploitative profession. And you may think, oh, well, I work on my own and I don't have a manager, a pimp, whatever. You think that there's any less risk to you? You think that a John can't come through, beat you half to death, rape you, rob you? Okay. Well, I'm glad that you've been lucky up until now, because a lot of women aren't, and a lot of men too. And I'll be goddamned if I'm going to sit here on this channel and pretend that prostitution isn't a high-risk, disgusting, exploitative industry, even in places where it's legalized, like Germany, like Holland. Hang on a second. Again, like an idiot, I forgot my goddamn vapes. Hang on. Okay. I'm back. Hang on. What really galled me today, there were a couple of things that galled me about her talking points. One is, when two adults are involved in a relationship, one of the adults is not a pedophile or a predator. You got me? Two consenting adults in a relationship, you cannot say that one of them is a pedophile. That is a fucking lie. I guess that only certain people can't be branded pedophiles. But if you don't like them, then you can go ahead and fling that insult around. It's ridiculous. You want to go after a kid behind a camera? He's a piece of shit. I don't blame you. All right? I've never liked that motherfucker. And I don't like the fact that he uses that piece of shit Isaac Guest as his muscle. There's plenty to criticize about kid behind a camera. But honestly, you want to dig into the vault and talk about how he met his wife? Yeah, you can side-eye him. You can say, wow, why would he go after a 15-year-old girl? Criticize him. Criticize him. They've been together for, 20 years at this point. I'm not here to defend the motherfucker. He's a piece of shit. But saying that, Wings is a pedophile because he was joking around on a stream about 100 years ago? Wings is not a pedophile. Wings has a lot of problems, but being a PDF is not one of them. And Boogie dating a young woman who is much younger than he is, yeah, you can side-eye him, you can question her judgment, as I have. You can say a lot of stuff. She's an adult. You can say, well, she's very childlike. She is legally an adult. Calling an individual a pedophile for dating an adult is bullshit. You can take that woke horse shit and stuff it up your ass, Hecate. How about that? And while we are talking about predators and pedophiles, or hebophiles, or whatever distinction you want to make. You have been white knighting and covering for a woman who covered actively for years for an actual fucking predator. You decided that you were going to run to her defense because she's black. Maybe because she was also a prostitute at one time. Maybe you felt that connection with her. Mrs. Parker and her pet retard, Mango Jones, lied for years to cover for a grown man who was grooming a 13-year-old girl. Mrs. Parker was very upfront about defending this person. She and Mango Jones lied and said that there was no there because they had seen a police report that exonerated Underhaven, Animancer, Fancy Badger. He went by many names. All right? There was no police report because there was no police investigation. She lied for years to cover for a man who sent full frontal nude photographs to a 13-year-old girl. And when that 13-year-old girl, who was then, I guess, 14 or 15, got really fed up with Mrs. Parker lying to cover for her abuser, she reached out to Mrs. Parker to tell her her side of the story. And guess what Parker did? She refused to speak to her because she was so invested in protecting Underhaven, an actual predator. Now, what did Underhaven do then? Underhaven pretended to be transgender. Underhaven pretended to be a trans woman. He's not. He's a degenerate man who was exploiting teenage girls in Discord servers. But you go ahead and you keep on covering for Mrs. Parker. You keep on doing that. A woman who turned her back on an actual victim of a predator in the community. You keep doing that. Hecate, and show what a fucking fraud you are. Keep doing that. Oh, and then what did Mrs. Parker do? And her little, running buddies in Petty Fam and the Geek Room. They decided to go out and run a smear campaign on the people who exposed Underhaven. I didn't believe the Underhaven allegations either, because Parker, Mango Jones, the Petty Fam, and the Geek Room did such a good job of smearing the people who came forward and exposed Underhaven. And those people were Negz and Tragic. Then I finally woke the fuck up and I realized that Parker had been lying to me, just as she had been lying for years to multiple communities. Multiple communities. Petty Fam ran interference for that scumbag predator for years. You can get Yotto to come out and lie to you, or BGTV, or any of those other creeps. They can claim, oh, well, Mrs. Parker lied to us and we didn't know, and it was so many years ago. Is there a statute of limitations on a grown man sending nudes to a 13-year-old girl? I'm glad that you got to wash your hands of it, Yotto. BGTV stunningly and bravely came forward and made some, stuttering apology or statement, and then he ran like a bitch and privated a whole bunch of content. Stunning and brave. Mango Jones has disappeared, by the way. Nobody has seen hide nor hair of her ever since. But that's who you defend. And those are the people that you turn to for information. The Geek Room backed away. They were like, fuck this guy. This is really bad. Now, if you don't want to watch my stream about Underhaven, go to a channel called Hostile Hooves. Hostile Hooves exposed the whole thing. All of it. So you can watch his content if you think that I'm an unreliable source. Listen, my stream was just reviewing his video. But he exposed all of it. He showed the victim coming forward and talking about what had happened to her. But you go ahead and you keep on covering for Mrs. Parker. You keep doing that. But you're a fucking fraud, Hecate. You could give a fuck less about predators, about victims, about any of it. Because if you did, you would call out your little friends who pour all that shit into your ear to turn people against us. Listen, you don't have to like us. I could give a fuck less. But stop pretending that you care about victims. You do not. Your caring is very selective. Just like your so-called concerns about racism are very selective too. Because your pet retard, Russ, when he came up with that lurid rape fantasy involving Anna, why is it that he said he wanted to see a black man rape Anna? Why? He wanted a black man to rape her. But he's your little flavor of the month, that idiot. You're a fraud, Hecate. You're a fraud. There are actual racists in your community right now. And you don't care. You stick up for them because you're playing the YouTube game or because these people don't like us. And so you figure, oh, they're good allies. You'll end up turning on everybody. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait until finally the day comes that everybody in the community realizes that you're out of your fucking mind, that you've got a lot of mental problems and possibly other problems involving substances, and that you are anathema and you're ridden out of the community on a rail. That is the day that I'm looking forward to. You go IRL, you call the police, you call CPS, you strike channels to get people's doxes, you lie, you spread defamatory information about people, and then you want me to bend the knee to you? You want me to go running on your channel so I can talk to you? Fuck you. I will never go on your channel. I have a channel. I have a channel. This is where I stream. This is where I talk to an audience. I have no interest in interacting with the scumbags in your chat or with you because you're a fraud. And you have the nerve to sit there and call Yo Mama out. He's a fraud too, don't get me wrong. This bullshit performative thing that he did with LolCow Live, calling out Keemstar because of Becky and because of this and that and the other thing. And now he wants to make money off of them. Or no, he wants to work with them so that he can make money for Keemstar. And Keemstar throws him, a couple of crumbs here and there. He has no dignity. Yo Mama has no dignity. And he's a liar. And he's a big performer on the platform, just like you, because you're a complete fraud. So, that is what I have to say to you. No, Hecate is just an opportunist, just like Yo Mama was when he first came into the community, and as he continues to be. So, I think people are beginning to figure you out now. Because a lot more people like Yo Mama, for God only knows what reason, than you. And people are beginning to notice that you are a shit-stirring, race-baiting lunatic. And that eventually you're going to turn on everybody. And you're going to cross paths with the wrong one someday. You are. With an even bigger community, who's even more well-liked than Yo Mama. And then you will have fucked around and you will find out. Yeah, exactly. They're exactly the same. Anytime that they can't respond properly, that they have no cogent argument to make, they play the fucking race card. You think I haven't seen this a million times? $8 hours, try 11 hours. Try streaming for 2, 3, 4 days. I remember knowing people who could stay awake for 3, 4 days at a time. Yeah. And they always had a little help, if you know what I mean. Now, let's bring in the third point of the triangle, the third pile of shit. Gorlic bread. Let's take a look at him. Now, he has been squabbling with Yo Mama for a very long time, and I saw this clip today. And I thought, okay, I'm going to play part of one of Gorlic Bread's videos. I apologize in advance, but I have to provide context. All right, so here's one snippet from one of Gorlic Bread's videos where he's going after Yo Mama. Keep in mind, I do not respect a single person involved in this whole incident. They're all garbage, all of them. And let's play this.
I never thought I would come over to Girl World, which is kind of weird because it is kind of God's plan.
It's interesting because after this event, Jovan went on to cover relationships of Madden gamers like Country Girl. He mocked Siwu92 for living at home, being homeless. He made streams about EA employees getting fired.
Oh, no.
Madden Gamer kept 13 for his wife leaving him.
Oh, no.
Mocked J Mell Flo for multiple mental health issues, including bringing his mother into the content. Laughing at J Mell Flo thinking he was in a relationship with Ariana Grande.
Why is it that these retards think that they're in a relationship with Ariana Grande? Why is that so consistent? These mentally ill loser incels. Hang on a second. I have to show you something about this J Mell Flo person. God damn it. Okay. Now, J Mell Flo, and it's true, Yo Mama did interview or speak to J Mell Flo's mother. Now, you know how I feel about content creators who talk to people's family members. I think they're garbage. I don't give a shit what your rationale is. Oh, well, she needed to have a voice. She needed somebody to talk to. She needed a platform. Why? Why? Tell her no. Tell her no. Tell her you don't go IRL. Tell her that she needs to handle her insane son on her own. No, but I'm going to have a thing to say about J Mell Flo in a minute. Let's continue.
For those that don't know, J Mell eventually fled his family in an attempt to get him committed and ended up being a missing person in Ohio.
Uh-huh.
So Jovan is far from this reformed person that he claims to be, who wants to help and intervene. And
okay, that's enough of that. I just wanted to play that clip to set up what I'm about to tell you. J Mell Flo is a piece of shit animal abuser. He went to jail for 2 years because of what he did to one of his dogs. I am not going to show this picture on my screen because it is extremely triggering for me to look at. And I remember when this happened, I just couldn't remember the name of the person who did it. I'm going to put this tweet in chat and you can see what he did to his dog. He went to jail for 2 years. They didn't give a shit that he was retarded or crazy or off his meds or whatever. They stuck his ass in jail where he fucking belonged for doing this to a defenseless animal. Now, let's move on to, and this is the guy that Garlic Bread is white knighting for. Oh, the poor guy. Oh no, he thought that he was in a relationship with Ariana Grande. Well, so does Russ. All right, so does every retard incel neckbeard out there. I feel very sorry for Ariana Grande having these mentally ill men who are delusional enough to think that they are that they're in a relationship with her. It's pathetic. All right, I'm going to play the follow-up video that Garlic Bread did because you know, of course he did. No, he did another one today that I'm not going to watch because fuck that guy. But let's take a look at what he said in this video. Okay, good. It's on screen. Let's give this a listen.
Bread, get down. That's how he get down. He's a liar. Everybody in this community knows you're a liar.
Yep,
everybody
he is.
knows that. You're a complete, utter liar.
You're a liar too, Yo Mama. You're a liar. You're an opportunist. You are somebody who enjoys brigading people. You are somebody who can't keep returning to the same fucking well over and over and over again. You lied about me. I haven't forgotten. I'll have more on that later. Trust me. I'll have plenty to say in a short period of time, but now is not the time. Let's continue.
You can't prove anything, back up anything, okay?
I'm just going to be upfront with you guys. This video right here, difficult for a lot of people to watch.
Oh,
But if you can get through it, you're going to learn a lot about Jovan and the characters that he plays online. And because I do try to help people, I'm going to give you some feedback here, Jovan. The response that you had, because you were very emotional today, was to come online and say, listen, the Jacksonville incident in the Madden community, very, very difficult for a lot of us. I had no...
that incident involved a shooting at a Madden tournament where one of Yo Mama's friends was killed. That's what he's referring to. And I'm sorry that the audio is so low. There's literally not a goddamn thing I can do about it.
No right to talk about it after 3 hours of drinking. It was disrespectful. I should have never brought it into Girl World, and I certainly should not have talked about this all being God's plan.
Oh, and that's the other thing, Hecate. Why don't you ask Russ why he's been kicked out of every fucking community? He was Peanut's pet retard for a while, until finally her chat told her that enough was enough. He posted pornographic images in Discord servers where women's eyes were assaulted by these unwanted images of Russ, allegedly Russ having sex with somebody. Every single community he's ever been involved in has thrown him out. Every single one. And in many, many cases, it was because Russ made women uncomfortable. Because Russ is a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. He has really serious boundary issues. He doesn't know when to stop. He hits up women for money in DMs, gives them some fucking sob story because he's too lazy to get a job. His mother won't put her foot down with this loser. He's a total parenting fail, and he goes from community to community to community, and he gets kicked out of every single community. But he's your little project now, right? He's your pet retard, now that he's not Peanut's pet retard anymore. Let's continue.
Right, but Jovan, you didn't do that. Instead, you elected to come online and try to turn people against me, more rhetoric than I'm a liar. And you know what? I've ignored your channel and your content for years, but at least for the time being, the gloves are off. I've let you crack all your jokes, play all your games, tell all your stories. But it's over now.
Hey, good stuff.
Anyone that watches this video and the other videos that I could be making, they're going to see who you really are.
Oh, good.
Because I don't need to sit here for 3 hours on a live stream. I can just let you expose yourself. You love to dictate others' emotions and feelings. You are so egotistical that you feel you can tell other people how they must be feeling. I don't know if you do that to make yourself feel better or justify what you're doing, but a lot of people called you out for mocking my mental health.
Oh, no.
Your response was that I wasn't having mental health issues.
Oh, my God. Do you remember when this asshole Gorlic bread, Ryan Moody, was crying on a video because he said that I was, encouraging to commit suicide, which I was not. Because he's such a weak, spineless beta male that when I told him that if I had been caught in a scandal like he had been caught in, whether it was with Breezy or Christina the Latina or any of those people, that I would have, if I had been living in a different culture, I would have committed seppuku. And he's like, she's trying to get me to commit suicide. You weak, spineless, girly man. No, I was not. You can dish it out, but you can't take it. You lied to your audience, Gorlic, and said that I was trying to encourage you. You're such a weak, pathetic, lying piece of shit. Pathetic. And this little retard grudge match that you have going with Yo Mama is a joke. It's a joke. Let's continue.
You were just presuming I was gaslighting someone.
I'm being a hypocrite.
Ooh.
Because I'm exposing your mental health when you got mad because Zachary Michaels made a video and you gaslighted reason to telling her, oh, I'm going to need to hide all the guns in the house. And what?
Right, that's you, right? That's you mocking someone's mental health. As I said, you expose yourself.
Listen, Yo Mama doesn't give a shit about people's mental health. Nobody in the community gives a fuck about anybody else's mental health. They exploit other people's mental health for money and clicks and views. It's a garbage community. And you're part of it, Gorlic. You're just as bad. You do the same thing. With your daily videos about Chantal knowing that she's not well. Not that I'm here to white knight for Chantal. I'm just saying. Oh, and by the way, Hecate, I know that you're an anti-Semite. I know that you are particularly fascinated and fixated on Jews and money, which is one of the oldest anti-Semitic tropes in the book. All right? I give as much of a fuck about what you think of me or Jews or anything as I do about Chantal's opinions on Gaza. As a matter of fact, I care even less about what a scumbag like you thinks of anything. And by the way, Hecate, I wanted to let you know, you might want to tune in for this. I am going to be doing streams on the raging anti-Semitism in the Muslim and Arab community. And then I am going to do a stream about the raging anti-Semitism in the Black community, which is a topic that I've been meaning to touch on for a very long time. polls have been taken. These are old polls. That when anti-Semitism was running at around 9% in the white community in the United States, it was running at 34% in the black community. And I'm going to take a little look at why. And I'm going to be pointing out some of the more infamous black anti-Semites who are widely admired for God only knows what reason. But I've had enough. I've had enough of your shit. I've had enough of biting my tongue. I'm here to tell the truth, and I'm not here to bend the knee to you or anybody else. And you may have noticed that my language regarding Palestinians has gotten a lot bolder. Just hang on to your hat, okay? Because I'm about to go in. Let's go.
And then you start down this process that I'm defending people. It's very odd to me that you watch me put up a clip and you say, oh, that's not Kip 13 in that thumbnail. But you omit the fact that you put his name in the title of the video.
Jesus Christ, you realize, Gorlic, you realize that nobody in Girl World knows who the fuck you're talking about. Why didn't you put this on your Madden channel? Nobody cares about this. Nobody gives a shit about Madden drama. You think I'm scared of this Yo Mama loser with his little, cock of the block, wrestler attitude, his gamer talk, grown-ass man talking like a 15-year-old on Xbox, trying to be hard? Fuck you, Yo Mama and Gorlic. You're both pathetic. This is why I have absolutely no respect for any of you gamer losers. You're losers. All of you. With your arrested development and your pathetic, swaggering attitude. Go fuck yourself, both of you.
Now, your chat read it for you, and we all know why. But it just shows you have such a little understanding of the characters that you play online. I'm going to make this very direct. You tried today to grandstand. Paint yourself as this savior. You tried to twist things, right? I was not defending J Mell. How you did streams to talk about his actions. But you know what? That's enough. That's enough out of me. Let's let you talk, Jovan. Let's hear you today.
Okay, now they're going to talk. They're going to talk about the dog abuser. Hey, Jan. Jan, you are one of the biggest racists in the community, and you have been for many, many years. I love how not so long ago, I remember you were in Monty's chat scolding him for having AK and Tragic on panel, and now look at you kissing their asses. Look at you kissing their asses. You racist piece of shit, Jan. And I'm sorry if I'm not blown away by your incredible true crime channel where you get like 30 views on a video. When are you going to stop dragging Jay Slater's bones around for attention? How many videos have you uploaded on that poor man? The guy is dead. He's been buried. And you keep on digging up his bones so that you can exploit him for 20 views. You're a piece of shit, Jan. Let's continue.
First of all, Siwu92 was a racist who also, and I'm loving that you backing this guy up now, Gordy Brad. First of all, I mean, I don't know if you're dumb or stupid, but that's not Kip 13 though. He doesn't. You can't even get the names right. That's not even Kip 13, my boy.
Nobody cares about this
That's
shit.
not Kip 13, man. J Mell Flo was going up to elderly people at CVS's and trying to fight them. I want to say that again for the people in the back row. He was going to CVS's, walking up to old people, trying to fight them. Let me stop you there. He also was trying to fight employees at these Ralphs in the parking lot.
Okay, so J Mell Flo, in addition to being a dog abuser and a psychopath, was one of these idiot prank channels, I guess, or he was just too crazy to know how to control himself in public. But yeah, go on, Gorlic. Keep on white knighting for that piece of shit. Imagine spending 2 years in prison for animal abuse. It couldn't be me. But let's continue.
He also ran up on a little boy, and I called that out on my stream, and that's a problem, Gorlic Bread? That's a problem. But every stream that I made about J Mell Flo, it had to do with his behavior and his actions. So you think it's okay, Gorlic Bread, for a young man to walk up on an elderly man who could barely hear at a CVS and ask him to fight? But Gorlic Bread's making excuses for him.
Yep,
He said,
sure
oh,
is.
well, he was suffering through mental issues.
Oh, no.
Really? But again, girl world community, I like to ask you, am I not supposed to cover this? Am I not supposed to react to some man going around to people's places of work and picking on them, doing these weird pranks?
Here's the one thing I trust AI to do.
Why am
more
I
than
getting
most,
these
and
fucking
ironically, it's
ads?
brand safety.
I don't get
We
it.
spend so
I have
much time
YouTube
building up
Prime.
your
I am
brand
so
and around
sorry.
collaboration.
Am I not supposed to call that out?
Fuck J Mell Flo. Fuck his mental issues. I could give a fuck less. Anybody who behaves this way, anybody who abuses an animal, is a piece of shit. Needs a good beatdown, if you ask me. I wonder how he spent his time in jail.
You forgot that part, Gorlic Bread? How he abused his dog? And you want to come to the girl world community and you want to say that this boy needed protection?
No. Piece of shit, Gorlic Bread.
Oh, yeah.
Now, listen, I don't think I was making excuses,
Yes, you were.
right? But I want to go back to the time this was taking place because that's important, right?
Uh-huh.
A measure of a man is how he deals with the situation, correct?
Oh, a man. What would you know
let's
about
see
manhood?
How you dealt with this years ago. How you talked about the situation as it happened. How you acted back then. And, you know, since you say that I never play full clips, we're going to listen to 5 clips in a row, Jovan. But, I mean, this is who you really are. See, you thought, oh, girl world, they love animals. If I make it seem like he was protecting someone that harms them, they'll turn on him. Let's see the type of person you are in the moment, Jovan. Let's see how you called this out, right? You wanted the girl world community to see what was happening when you're sitting there today. You honestly mocked me on this.
Oh.
You honestly showed his dog tied up and you acted outraged? You said, how dare I defend him? Jovan, you're a coward.
No, you're a piece of shit, Gorlic.
You sit here after the fact and pretend to be a man that you aren't.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Let's show everyone, Jovan. Let's show everyone how you acted in the moment.
Okay.
Who you really are.
Now listen to the dog after J Mell took care of it. Listen to this. I've never heard a dog make that sound.
Okay, so Yo Mama explained this clip. It's very misleadingly edited, according to Yo Mama. He was not talking about the dog that J Mell Flo duct taped its mouth shut and duct taped its paws together. Because among J Mell Flo's many problems is that he did not train the dog properly. And the dog, he probably never walked it. He probably didn't take care of it properly. And the dog was very, very hyper. And it used to get on his nerves. So he duct taped the dog. I have so much that I could say right now about that, but I'm not going to because I think that you all get the point. In this clip, Yo Mama was not talking about the dog that was duct taped. He was talking about a totally different topic. But Gorlic Bread decided to do this supercut and accuse Yo Mama of laughing about the dog that was duct taped. Let's continue.
Dog. Did you hear that dog went to barking normally to all of a sudden make these weird ass sounds.
That's a totally different dog. That dog that he's talking about is a dog that lived in J Mell Flo's grandmother's house. And apparently they were playing and the dog was making some weird noise. It's not the same dog. Yes, I know. And for those of you who are appalled, that's who Gorlic Bread is defending. A man who would abuse an animal like that. Disgusting. That's who Gorlic Bread is, who likes to prop up his own manhood. Piece of shit. Let's go on.
What did you do, J Mell? Yo, J Mell, what are you doing to these dogs? What are you doing to these dogs, my nigga? I've never heard that sound.
Yeah, and Yo Mama's laugh is one of his most annoying qualities. He laughs too much. He laughs at inappropriate moments. He's incredibly annoying. He doesn't know when to stop, right? But in this case, he was not talking about the duct-taped dog. He was talking about a totally different dog. But go on. Keep white knighting for that piece of shit, J Mell Flo, Gorlic.
Oh my God. He took aside. He took aside. Nigga, dog, you don't learn your lessons, do you? What are you doing to these dogs, my nigga? The dog was barking normally, you heard, before J Mell took care of it. Now here goes the dog again. What did you do to the dog?
It made a
Where
dog
is this
noise.
Dog at, bro? That dog is struggling, bro. I don't know what you did, bro. I really don't know what you did.
Damn it.
This is boring.
Before we continue, spitting on the floor of your streaming shed was pretty gross, but nothing compared to you laughing and mocking this dog.
Yo, what did you, J Mell, dog? What did you do to that dog? J Mell, get the dog. What happened? Get the dog.
Can I just interject how much I hate the fucking gaming community? I hate it. I hate this bullshit tough guy act. I hate this interaction between these retarded, pathetic gamers. I hate the fact that they throw their chests out and try to pretend that they're so manly and masculine. It just makes me sick. I just don't like them. I'm sorry. Well, no, I'm not sorry, actually. I just don't.
All right. Yo, don't ever tell J Mell to get the dog. Don't ever tell J Mell to get the dog.
God, you're so irritating, Yo Mama.
The dog's barks are all of a sudden, bro. All of a sudden, the dog's barks just don't. That dog is.
Oh, God. I just want to slap him. Just shut up.
It's out of control, bro. I swear to God, bro. What did you do to that dog? Yo. That shit is crazy, man.
But I want to go back to today. Right now that you've seen Jovan in the moment, I want to go back today. Talk about the character, the person he is today in regards to this video.
Okay, before we move on to that, did I not see Gorlic Bread defending Michael Vick? Isn't this something else that Gorlic Bread decided to do because he cares so much about animal abuse and dogs and everything? Am I mistaken? I could have sworn that I saw him defending Michael Vick. I have said very often that Michael Vick is very lucky that I was not the judge sitting on that bench. Michael Vick is a piece of shit. I do not like the fact that so many people want to give him a second chance and, oh, he served his time and then he did some horse shit campaign for the Humane Society or the ASPCA or whatever. He's a piece of shit. Should never be allowed to own an animal of any kind ever again. I don't even want to discuss what animal control found when they raided his farm in Virginia. And the fact that they managed to rescue even a few of those poor, abused dogs is nothing short of a miracle. A couple of them had to be put down because they were too far gone. But the other dogs, the victory dogs that survived, I think that the final one died a couple of years ago. They were adopted by families. They were nanny dogs. They were emotional support dogs. They were service dogs. They were good dogs, despite their horrible upbringing. And you all know, by the way, that one of the reasons why I despise Michael Vick and I despise anybody involved in dogfighting, is because when I was a child, my childhood boxer was stolen out of our front yard by a dogfighting ring, and he was used as a bait dog in dogfighting. And he was gone for a while, and we thought that he would never come back. And one day I was getting off the school bus, and I was walking home, and in front of me, I could see my dog limping down the street. He had been torn to pieces. I don't know how he was still alive, except for the fact that boxers are very strong, and they were used in dogfighting many, 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 many years ago, before pit bulls became the choice. I screamed when I saw him. We went home. We gave him a bath. My mother and I went outside to walk him, and he collapsed. We rushed him to the vet, and the vet said that his heart rate was so high that he had never seen a dog survive with a heart rate that was that high, that the dog should have died of a heart attack. And he was with us for a while longer. I will never forget that. It is one of the most traumatizing, terrifying memories of my childhood. I have had a tremendous hatred of dog fighters ever since then. And I was furious when people were saying, oh, well, with Michael Vick, it's a cultural thing. It's cultural. People are raised with it. Yeah, savages are raised on dogfighting. Only a savage, a sick, evil human being would get a kick out of watching animals tear each other apart. And Michael Vick used to take the family pets, the puppies, and throw them in the pit with the pit bulls as bait dogs. Michael Vick is a monster. And anybody who defended him then or defends him now is a sadistic piece of shit. That is my feeling about Michael Vick. So good work, Gorlic Bread. Good work. Good work. Absolutely not. Let's continue.
Because guess who was calling out J Mell Flo for his dog abuse, for his actions to elderly people? This guy. So the fact that you want to sit there on your channel and you want to tell your zombie audience that your mama went after J Mell Flo, who had mental issues, you forget to tell him what
countdown until I am labeled as a racist because I stated my opinion on Michael Vick. Countdown until that happens. And guess what? I don't give a fuck. Let's continue.
things that he did, though, right?
What is it with these fucking ads? This is so annoying.
Weird blue patches are packed with.
It just shows you what Gorlic Bread defends.
So, as a warning, this is the part where it gets really bad. So you might want to skip ahead 10, 15 seconds.
Put a sock in his mouth. I've never heard a dog make that sound, dog.
Different dog, from a dog before, not bro. The same dog.
That's no joke. I've never heard this sound. That dog took its last breath.
I've got to speed this up because I'm over it.
Yo,
I can't stand either of them. So
two dogs rap. Put that dog in a body bag.
So you're gonna mock this dog taking its last breath?
Mm.
You're gonna laugh about it being put in a body bag? You laughed about this animal being mistreated. You make jokes, you imitated it, and the fact that you sit here today and lie, pretending it was anything different.
Yeah, and you defended Michael Vick, you piece of shit. You know, it amazes me. It amazes me how Gorlic feels that he has the right to look down on anyone. given the fuck shit he's gotten into in the community and the people that he's defended and the lies that he's told and the way he's exploited people. Fuck you, Ryan Moody. Go fuck yourself.
Shows everyone who you really are. You thought you were going to make me look bad today? Knowing this video was sitting on your channel?
Oh, for God's
I
sake.
never supported J Mell. I was simply showing examples of how you went after countless creators. And you know what? Say what you want about Chantal. She might not like FFG, but I don't think she was ever as performative about her dogs as you were about J Mell's.
Oh, for
And let's not
God's
forget,
sake.
this isn't the first time. As I said, Jovan, I've let you.
Gorlic, why would you defend, why are you defending animal abusers? Why are you giving this J Mell Flo guy a pass? You say that, oh, I'm not defending him and I'm not doing that. Yeah, you are. Like you defended Michael Vick. God, I hate you. I really do. You're such a piece of shit. Sitting through this video is torture, listening to you. Feign concern, getting on a high horse, and acting holier than thou. You, Yo Mama and Hecate. Pisses me off, man. Pisses me off. Not one of you has a leg to stand on. Let's continue.
You get away with a lot of things, right? Remember when you tried to proclaim I was accepting of Mike Vick because I didn't bring up his charges when he was in a Madden promo last year? So you knew then full well.
Oh, here we go. So Gorlic Bread, a.k.a. Ryan Moody, is on his Moody channel doing commentary on Michael Vick yesterday, and not one time in front of his football audience called Vick an animal abuser. Like he does Chantal in every video in the girl world community. Gorlic Bread is an official hypocrite. You realize, don't you, that nobody gives a shit about hypocrisy? Yo Mama, nobody. But that's a very, very good point. Everybody is a fraud. Everybody is a phony. You know, and the more of a high horse they sit on, the more they have feet of clay. I want nothing to do with Madden and nothing to do with Keemstar. Exactly. And it's true that not so long ago that Yo Mama was out there dragging Keemstar and dragging, you know, because of the fucking Becky situation, and dragging this one and that one, and dragging Boogie and dragging Wings and, you know, all of that. And now that that Keemstar threw a few crumbs at him, he thinks he's really the man. You know, it's interesting, Yo Mama, because given how much you've sucked up to that community, I don't see your views getting higher. I don't see a ton of new people in your chat. I don't see that. I don't think they're terribly interested in your girl world content. They're not interested in Ryan Moody or any of the other people that you talk about. So, I mean, congratulations for selling your soul, I guess. But that's pretty fucking embarrassing. I wouldn't be caught dead sucking up to anybody who runs a show with lolcow in the title and trying to figure out a way to make money for Keemstar. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Let's continue.
Mocked J Mell's dog this way, but you know what? I just let it go. Let me give you another example. Today, Jovan loves to pretend that he's just misunderstood, right? He was talking to J Mell for the greater good. He was going on to help. So let's hear you talk about him, right? Let's hear you talk about.
And you have no comment about what he wrote in this tweet, that you constantly call out Chantal for animal abuse, but you don't have a fucking word to say about this motherfucker here, this scumbag Michael Vick. All right. All right, Gorlic. All right, we see you.
About how you were going to help him, how you were the savior, that J Mell's mother reached out to you, and how you were so kind that you allowed her to use your very own YouTube channel as a platform.
Pathetic.
Because she needed Jovan's help to talk to her son.
J Mell's mom called me. She contacted me. You know why she contacted me, Gorlic Bread? Because her son was out there spreading lies about her and her work.
Can we please not bring family members onto our channels? I don't give a shit if somebody reaches out to you and wants to talk to you. Or, God forbid, if you're reaching into their personal lives, if you're contacting family members or friends or ex-friends or college acquaintances or people who live in the same town or whatever. That is all shit behavior. All of it is shit behavior. Going IRL like that. If that woman needed to contact her son, she should have taken care of it on her own. She should not have been reaching out to a content creator. I would never respond to something like that. Never. 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 Because there are bounds of reason there, and there are boundaries. It is inappropriate to get involved in people's family lives, to get involved in people's work lives, to contact people that a content creator knows. It's piece of shit behavior. And it's done for greed and for views and clicks and everything else. It's disgusting. I don't care who does it. And if you engage in that behavior, you're a piece of shit too. And don't give me the shit, oh, well, she just needed a platform. She needed to talk to her son. Go into counseling. Do something. Why are you reaching out to this loser? Anyway.
Work and her abuse to him. And she didn't have a platform to speak out because people was believing this guy. This guy's got 100,000 sub channel and he lied on his mama. And his mama hit me up because I was covering him and his antics, the antics that you just saw.
Oh, and speaking of Little Mama, he likes to pat himself on the back and turn himself into a hero. Oh, I shared the GoFundMe. You know what? So did I, asshole. But when I streamed about Little Mama, I didn't monetize my stream. You know who the only two content creators were who did not monetize their streams about Little Mama? Myself and Callie. Because it was gross and inappropriate to try to make money off of that terrible story. But you want to run around the community like, oh, well, I shared the GoFundMe. So the fuck did I. And I donated to that GoFundMe, asshole. Can't stand the way he tries to make himself out to be a holier than thou, above it all saint. Fuck you, dude. Let's continue.
With him going up to older people and trying to fight random workers at their work at Walmarts and doing these weird pranks. His mom contacted me and she said, can I speak? Can I lay down what's going on? And I gave her a voice.
I'd never even heard of her.
You know, part of me thinks you really feel this way. The trend of self-importance is so strong. It goes well beyond, claiming to be the best or the greatest. You really felt that a mother needed your YouTube channel to talk to her son.
Pathetic.
But again, the problem, Giovanna, comes down to the character, right? You don't know the character you play. 5 years ago, you're making jokes about this. Today, you want to pretend that you handled it with integrity, with respect, but you lie.
Oh, you mean he's a fraud? No kidding.
It's interesting to me that you think everyone else is always lying. I think that's because that's what you do. So in that clip, you claimed that she reached out to you. Giovanna, so important that a mother reached out to him to speak to her son.
Well, she did, so.
But again, this was today. I want to go back to when it happened so we can see how Jovan was in the moment. And I also want to be fair. I'm going to play this clip, and I am not going to argue that you both contacted each other. But the reality is simple. In her own words, you reached out to her. But the reality doesn't change the fact that you brought this onto YouTube.
Yep.
No one encouraged you to create this entertainment. No one else was contacting J Mell's family. You were bringing his mother on. You can lie today. And you can say, oh, I keep family out of it, but it's just more lies.
No wonder he likes owls so much. That's what she does too.
Now, the fact that you went on to raise money for his daughter to go to Disneyland because you admitted that you were a, quote, demon for how you acted, I guess in a way validates what you did. But let's see how you acted. Let's see how concerned you were for J Mell, his mental health, how you were trying to help others.
Video of me, J Mell, out of college, and I reached out to you and mentioned that wasn't true, and I was asking you questions. I did mention to you, if you see anything like that in the future or anything like that, feel free to email me back. So here we are 3 years later. You emailed me in the morning, and when I seen your email and I seen that you wanted to interview, I didn't know exactly why. But then when you gave me the heads up about what he put live, and when I seen those 4, 5, 6 different videos live, I was extremely appalled.
Okay, you saw those 3 videos and you was very upset when you saw those
4 or 5 videos. Yes,
you saw 5 videos. Okay, now my first question I have to ask you is, did you know that J Mell Flo was dating Ariana Grande? Your son's back there. He's hearing it right now.
No, I wasn't aware that he was dating Ariana Grande.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Famous person?
Yeah. See,
was the first question you had?
Wait.
Mocking his mental health, thinking that he
oh
was in a
fuck his
relationship
mental
with Ariana
health.
Grande.
Who cares?
This was you trying to help, right? Jovan, again, whatever you tried today didn't work. And this was just the beginning, right? Once we get into your disillusions of grandeur, it gets even worse. So here's what I would recommend. Should probably just let things settle down. Because I will go back through this video and I will make continued videos. And I know people don't like them, but here's the reality. People love the girl-on-girl drama. There hasn't been a lot of guy-on-guy drama.
Yeah, well, look at the guys in question. Nobody gives a shit about your drama. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the gaming community. Nobody cares about the Madden community. And the only reason that I'm playing this is because I think that you're both pieces of shit. You and Yo Mama. And now we've got Hecate jumping in. Another giant pile of shit. A race-baiting piece of shit. And so it's mildly entertaining because, of course, Hecate the lunatic was in Yo Mama's chat over and over and over and over again, typing in caps, trying to get his attention, and then having to do a panel about Yo Mama when she was in his chat, kissing his ass not so long ago, sending super chats and everything else. You're all the same. All of you, Gorlic and Hecate, Gorlic, Yo Mama and Hecate, you're all pathetic. You're greedy. You lie. You know, you leave out critical information, to make yourselves look better. You all suck. All three of you. Let's go.
But I tell you what, Jovan, you keep coming on here and lying about the person you are, there's going to be a lot more. And you honestly are going to get exposed. There is a reason you left communities, because everyone knows who you really are. There's a reason that you can't go back to certain communities. It's because you are a character. You don't go to events today for this very reason.
And Gorlic, you're a giant loser. You can't show your face at those events either. I have a sneaking suspicion you can't afford to go to those events. But even if you could, nobody wants to see you around, Gorlic. Nobody.
Because you don't know if you approach someone in the community, whether they're going to be your friend or not. Because
pathetic, gummies. Pathetic.
Of all the people you've made fun of, you've discredited, you've made jokes about, to the point that I honestly think maybe you're the one that doesn't go out anymore.
No, he goes out. A lot more than you do, Gorlic.
Are a character that is as fake as your green screen background, your hat to hide your hairline, and the teeth you put in before each video.
Gorlic, you made up a whole ass girlfriend, Christina the Latina. You somehow convinced that idiot Breezy to uproot her daughter and go pay a fortune for an Airbnb near you. You were trying to convince her to what? Buy a house? You lied over and over and over again. And yeah, Breezy's an idiot, all right? And Breezy kind of had it coming because she's so desperate. She goes from man to man to man in the community. Imagine telling Isaac Guest that he's handsome or sexy or whatever. Ugh, makes my flesh crawl. But you're a liar and a user. Again, get off that high horse, scumbag. Get off the high horse. Because you're one of the worst people in the community. Guy on guy drama. Fuck you, dude.
So what I would recommend, as I said, is to leave my name out of your mouth before you continue to find yourself on the wrong side of all these exposed videos. Because I promise you, Jovan, if you thought this made you look bad, this was only the beginning.
No, it didn't
Maybe
make him
you
look
would
bad.
benefit from going back and privating some of
It
the
made you
videos.
look like a
That's what I
moron.
claim I always did. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate each and every one of you. And you know,
Right,
when someone is
sidekick?
sitting here talking about
I mean,
animal
sour
rights
gummies.
while they laughed and mocked at an animal being abused, there is no way that I cannot be back as soon as I can with more commentary.
Well, at least he doesn't say with more content. It's not content. I was listening to Karina Kaboom earlier, and she was telling Amberlynn Reed, you don't make content. What do you do, Karina? You call what you upload, that garbage that you upload, content with your clickbait titles, repeating yourself 100 times, making 1,000 Kermit references, talking about a girl of 2021. You're a piece of shit, Karina. You're awful. And then you have the nerve to sit around pointing your finger at other creators. Oh, you don't make content. You make the laziest, shittiest videos. You just gotten meaner and meaner and meaner and meaner and more cruel. You are disgusting. You suck up to Jordy and Snowflake. The three of you are vile. Jordy, Snowflake, and Karina, you're all disgusting. But that's what the community wants. Yeah. Yeah. Stop. Anyway, all right. I have been on for an hour and 20 minutes. And you know what I need right now? I need a Tums. I need a Tums. I chewed one up before I went live, and all this has been very upsetting to my gut. I'm going to go track down a Tums and maybe even eat something. Love you guys. Thank you so much. And thank you to the people who just subscribed. And I want to really send a shout out to the people who renewed their memberships. I appreciate you. I appreciate those of you who are in chat who aren't allowing some crazy prostitute in Canada to scare you off and intimidate you. A false striker, an IRL goer, a cop and CPS caller. She's a piece of shit. And slowly people are beginning to realize that Hecate is crazy and that her community is radioactive. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you guys so much. And I will see you guys the next time. Thanks a lot. Gonna play us out. See you later.